What happens to your body and brain when you masturbate after 50? The truth no one told you. Shocking fact. Did you know that compulsive masturbation after 50 can actually desensitize your nervous system and reduce your ability to feel pleasure over time? Before we start, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on today's topic. Have you ever wondered how self-pleasure affects your body after a certain age? Introduction. What really happens when an older man continues to masturbate regularly? Does it improve health, maintain vitality, or does it secretly sabotage your well-being? Today's video is not about shame, and it's definitely not about judgment. It's about truth, raw, honest, science-backed truth that most men never get to hear. In our culture, male sexuality and aging is often joked about or brushed under the rug, but the reality is our sexual health is still health, and ignoring it can lead to both physical and emotional consequences. Let's break the silence today and unpack what happens to your body, your hormones, your brain, and your life when you masturbate after the age of 50. Before the body, don't forget to like this video if you're finding it informative so far. Subscribe for more content about male health and aging, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Body Part 1. The physiology of aging male sexuality. As men cross the threshold of 50, their bodies inevitably undergo a series of profound physiological changes, many of which directly impact sexual health. One of the most significant shifts is the gradual decline in testosterone, the hormone often dubbed the male vitality hormone. On average, testosterone levels drop by about 1% each year after age 30, and by the time men reach their 50s and beyond, this decline becomes more noticeable. This hormonal change doesn't just affect sexual function, it influences a cascade of bodily systems, impacting libido, muscle mass, fat distribution, bone density, energy levels, and even mood regulation. Libido, or sexual desire, often takes a hit as testosterone wanes, but it's crucial to emphasize that desire rarely vanishes completely. It simply transforms. For many men, the nature of sexual interest shifts from spontaneous and high frequency to more thoughtful, intimate, and selective experiences. Erections might not come as quickly or as hard as they once did. This can lead to frustration and sometimes avoidance of sexual situations altogether. Additionally, the intensity and duration of orgasms can lessen, adding another layer of complexity to aging sexuality. Yet, what is frequently overlooked in mainstream discussions about male aging is the evolution of desire, not its disappearance. Instead of seeing these changes as deficits or failures, experts like Dr. Irwin Goldstein, a prominent figure in sexual medicine, urge men to view aging sexuality as an opportunity for deeper self-awareness and new kinds of pleasure. Masturbation, for example, can serve as a powerful tool for men to reconnect with their evolving bodies in a non-judgmental, low-pressure environment. It provides a private space where men can explore what still feels pleasurable, experiment with different forms of stimulation, and discover how their bodies respond without the stress of performance expectations or partner dynamics. A compelling real-world example comes from my clinical experience. I once worked with a man in his mid-60s who had effectively withdrawn from partnered sex for several years, mainly due to erectile difficulties and anxiety about disappointing his partner. Over time, through consistent, gentle masturbation practices, he rediscovered sensations and responses he had thought were lost forever. This process was more than physical, it was deeply psychological. As he grew more attuned to his body's new rhythms, his confidence improved, and he gradually felt ready to re-engage with intimacy on his own terms. This case highlights how masturbation isn't just a fallback or substitute, but can be a proactive step toward rebuilding sexual confidence and connection. From a scientific perspective, these observations align with research findings published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. The study revealed that older men who maintain regular sexual activity, including masturbation, have a significantly lower incidence of erectile dysfunction compared to those who abstain entirely. This suggests that sexual activity helps preserve penile tissue health and blood flow, keeping the physiological pathways active. It also emphasizes the importance of continued sexual engagement for overall well-being, not just physical but psychological as well. Experts also note the role of neuroplasticity here. Regular sexual stimulation encourages the brain's adaptability in response to new patterns of arousal and pleasure. This means that even as the body ages, the mind can adjust and cultivate satisfying sexual experiences. Sexual health specialists encourage men to be patient and compassionate with themselves, understanding that the old ways of sexual expression may need to be updated and personalized for this new stage of life. In summary, aging male sexuality is a complex interplay of hormonal shifts, physiological changes, and psychological adaptations. Rather than framing these changes as losses, it's more accurate and far more empowering to view them as natural evolutions of desire and function. Masturbation stands out as an accessible, flexible tool for men to engage with their sexuality actively, maintain physical health, and nurture emotional well-being during this transition. By embracing these changes and seeking new ways to experience pleasure, men can foster a richer, more fulfilling sexual life well into their later years. Body Part 2, Circulatory and Muscle Health. Masturbation increases blood flow to the genitals, which helps preserve tissue elasticity and prevent atrophy. Think of it like physical therapy, but for your penis. Blood flow is critical for maintaining healthy erectile function. Hidden science. There's a smooth muscle in the penis called the corpus cavernosum, and maintaining its tone is essential for strong erections. Regular arousal and climax help oxygenate this muscle tissue, keeping it responsive. Home method. Mention. While we won't dive deep here, there is a natural 7-second technique designed to restore blood flow and firmness. If you're interested, check the pinned comment below for a detailed video explanation. Real-life impact. Men who continue to use this muscle through masturbation are literally exercising one of the most overlooked parts of their anatomy. Hit like if you're learning something new. Subscribe so you don't miss our future content. Share this with someone you care about. Comment below with your experience. Do you think masturbation helps or hurts in your life? Body Part 3, Psychological and Emotional Benefits. Many men over 50 struggle with body image, loneliness, or stress. Masturbation can be an act of self-acceptance. It's a private affirmation that your body still works and that pleasure is still a part of your life. It also offers emotional regulation. Whether it's work stress, family challenges, or chronic health issues, this simple act can be a form of safe, natural stress relief. It releases dopamine and oxytocin, which are associated with pleasure, bonding, and mood regulation. Psychology Insight. A meta-analysis in Psychological Bulletin found that masturbation, when not compulsive, correlates with improved self-esteem and lower rates of depression in older men. Personal view. As a mental health advocate, I strongly believe that self-pleasure, when done with awareness, is a powerful form of reclaiming agency, especially during life transitions like retirement, divorce, or illness. Body Part 4. The dangers of compulsion. Now for the hard truth, the danger isn't in masturbation itself, it's in losing control over it. Physical risks. Overstimulating nerve endings can lead to desensitization. This means you might need more intense or specific stimulation to feel the same pleasure, making it harder to connect with a partner sexually. The nervous system essentially becomes numb to normal touch. Mental risks. Masturbation can turn into a coping mechanism to numb emotional pain, whether that's loneliness, grief, or anxiety. If used to escape rather than connect, it can worsen isolation. Real-life warning. A man I once consulted admitted to masturbating 5 to 6 times a day just to feel something. It became a trap. He wasn't dealing with his divorce or his career loss, just avoiding it. Scientific support. A 2018 study in Frontiers in Psychology revealed that excessive solo sexual activity is often linked to anxiety and compulsive behaviors in aging populations. Lifestyle neglect. When masturbation replaces social interaction, hobbies, or exercise, it becomes a problem. Balance is crucial. Without it, even healthy behaviors can become destructive. Before the final section, If this video has challenged your views or opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment with your thoughts. Have you ever felt your solo habits were out of balance? Body part 5, the path to balance. So how do you know if your masturbation habit is healthy? Ask yourself, do I feel better or worse after? Is it energizing or draining? Am I using this as a form of escape? Masturbation should serve you, not the other way around. It should fit alongside healthy routines, exercise, social interaction, proper diet, and sleep. It's one of many tools, not the only one. Therapist insight. Seeking help isn't weakness. If you feel trapped in a compulsive cycle, a counselor or sexual health therapist can offer incredible support. Empowerment. Tip: schedule your self-pleasure rather than do it impulsively. This gives you control and helps it feel like a conscious choice, not a compulsion. Conclusion. Shocking recap. Yes, masturbation after 50 can rejuvenate blood flow, strengthen your emotional well-being, and help you adapt to aging. But it can also become a trap if left unchecked. It's not about stopping, it's about balancing. Your sexual health doesn't end with age. In fact, it evolves into something more intimate, more mindful, and even more meaningful. Final message. The I'm sorry in today's title is for those men who didn't realize their habit had become a hidden prison. This isn't about guilt. It's about awareness, growth, and reclaiming your connection with yourself. Before you go, like, share, subscribe, and comment below. How has your relationship with self-pleasure changed as you've aged? Thank you for watching. Your body and mind deserve your attention at every stage of life. Stay wise, stay kind, stay connected.